Hi, I'm Juliana Gauthier, the Unbroken Woman. Do you ever catch yourself saying things to yourself that you would never say to a friend or a loved one or even a child? We can be our biggest critic. Take, for example, making these videos. This is outside of my comfort zone. I had to learn a whole new set of skills to be able to record myself, edit videos, and I could have gone down that road of self-talk, negative self-talk, and telling myself that it was too hard to do, I wouldn't be able to figure it out, don't bother, you're not going to be any good. All of those things that come up, I mean, that's just normal. People, I think, normally would react that way. But I'm going to help give you some ways to change the conversation that you have with yourself. I nip that in the bud, and you can too. The first thing that you can do is become aware of what you're saying to yourself. You're not always sure. It's not always some obvious thing. What's important to understand is that your thoughts influence your feelings, and then your feelings obviously influence your actions. So if you can change your thoughts, which will change the feelings, then you can change your actions. So this is where real change starts to come in. So being aware of what you're saying to yourself might even be as simple as just dialing into what you're feeling. You know, when you're going through something or there's some experience that's happening, if you're sad, what is it that you're saying to yourself? Are you telling yourself how sad you are or how sad the situation is? Are you thinking about these sad thoughts and pictures in your head that make you feel even more sad? It might help to keep a journal and start to identify and ask yourself, how am I feeling? This way you can start to tune in a little bit more if it's not very obvious for you right away what you're feeling. Once you start to become aware of the things that you're saying to yourself and your negative self-talk, you can start to plan ahead. For example, if you know you come down on yourself a lot when things are hard or hard to understand, and you say things to yourself like, I don't know how to do this, I'm so stupid, I can't figure this out, stuff like that can be changed. You know, it doesn't have to be changed to, I'm so great and I'm so smart. I mean, that's unrealistic, and you know, those kind of fluffy statements, your brain is gonna know there's some disconnect between what you're saying and how you're actually feeling. But you can change it to be something more encouraging. You know, I don't know this yet, but I'm gonna be able to figure it out. You know, I don't understand this, so I'm gonna go ask someone for help. I don't get this right away, let me just take a little bit more time to understand. Those statements are more positive and more believable, and give yourself some encouragement rather than that harsh beating yourself down that negative self-talk will promote. Know the difference between taking responsibility for something versus beating yourself up. You know, if you did something wrong or said something that you regret, just own up to it. You can do that without harping on yourself and putting yourself down and beating yourself up. You know, life is hard enough. Be the one that you can count on to lift yourself up when things get difficult and you've done something wrong, versus constantly beating yourself up and putting yourself down. Be patient with yourself and understand that it takes time to develop new awareness and patterns of thinking. Just hang in there and acknowledge your progress when you do notice that you were able to catch yourself or to change something in your line of thinking. And if you've enjoyed these tips, go ahead and subscribe, and then get my free 7-day self-love challenge at theunbrokenwoman.com/self-love. And see you next time.